Going through last game on offense, winning solid performances, Michael Cooper, Jordan Howard, Divine Redding, Dan Feeney. Player of the game was Jordan Howard. Going against the offense, the scout look, Brandon Wilson, young outside linebacker, bandit, defensive end body from Orlando's doing a great job. Close to maybe a guy we ought to consider playing, very active. So appreciate Brandon's work. But Jordan Howard, player of the game. Defensively, winning grades by Ralph Green, Nick Mangieri, Jonathan Crawford, Marcus Oliver. And player of the game there was Marcus Oliver, another outstanding performance. Scout team players, Simon Stepniak and Marquis Hawkins is doing a little bit of kind of a hybrid running back and trying to get him going on O and some special teams, but he's kind of working with their numbers with the scout looks, doing a good job. Kicking, made some improvement. Still missed the PAT chip shot. A couple of our sky punt, we punted in the end zone. Got a lot of things to keep cleaning up. But our special team player of the game was Damian Willis. Showed up well on 3 of our teams. 2 of the teams made the best player on the field. So nice for him as a redshirt freshman, second game to kind of show up. Thought we were more aggressive, special teams, etc. Offensively, we were poor across the midfield. Didn't manage 2 clock situations. We put our defense back on the field twice with a chance to ice the game. First game, defensively, we gave up 2 2-minute drives defensively. This game, we gave up 2 ice the clock drives offensively, things we need to correct as we move forward. Thought we did some things third down a couple times. We had some run pass deals where Nate didn't trust it, needed to maybe make a cleaner decision, but he was a little iffy on some looks, and we just got to put him in, clean up our package and get some clutter and just call some better plays for us for sure. Defensively, too many penalties, missed tackles. Got to get us going up there a little bit, playing a deep ball a little bit better. Blitzed a little bit more. We got to time up some stuff. Like I say, kicking, missed the PAT, missed the chip shot field goal. Sky punt deal was some things, but a solid performance. Want to real quick, before we move on to Western Kentucky, our administration yesterday got notification from the referee that they had made a blunder during the game and apologized for that. We've moved on from that, but I do need to say that because we got recruits, parents. I got my daughter asking me why I would say something, which was not said. We didn't take a timeout to argue a call. We're letting the clock run down, trying to get them to jump off sides. Thought they did. We're going to take a timeout and kick a field goal. So there was no issue. They missed calls. It's part of the game. I actually don't like instant replay. I think you got to, it slows the game down. Hey, make a call. He catches it, didn't catch it. It's like, we're going to do instant replay on a strike or a ball in baseball. Man, call it, go to the next play. Freeze it up, let's go. So, but we appreciate that. But at the same time, just the image of our program at school and what the administration, and like I say, I had no issue with that referee crew at all. Again, we did have penalties. We had 2 in the first quarter. We had none in the second quarter, none in the third quarter, and 9 in the fourth quarter. So for 3 quarters, we have 2 penalties. But again, that's a part of the game. And when you're building your team, you talk to your team about that. Don't worry about referees. You go play football. Don't worry about fans. Don't worry about crowds. Worry about what you can control. And like I say, as a coach, like I'm on to the next thing right then. And we thought we might could have got a penalty. We didn't. We let the clock run down because there's about 4 minutes left in the first half or 3. We're trying to take a little time off defensively. We're going to take 3, move on down the road. That's just football. And again, we do appreciate that ref moved on, and we'll keep doing well. Western Kentucky comes in, very, very good football team, 2-0. Bowl team, hot team from last year, won 7 straight games. Putting up a lot of points, really good in the red zone offensively, playing good red zone defense. +4 in the turnover ratio. They're creating turnovers. They're not turning it over. Kicked the ball reasonably well. Great returner. Had a kickoff return for a touchdown last game. He's averaging 12 yards at punt return and 44 yards at kick return. Their kickoff return team starts on the 32. When they're on offense, they start on the 20-yard line when they're on defense. That's basically a first down plus. So really good in the return game. Their tight end, Higbee, a young man out of Tampa area, was last week's Mackey tight end of the year, tight end of the week in college football. Recognized by the Mackey Award group. He's their leading receiver with 11 catches. Does a great job blocking. They move him around, multiple formations. Had a very good running back that has an injury and out, but they'll have a couple of backs that are very, very good. One of them's a senior, graduated from here, playing for him that's a quality player. The quarterback's outstanding. In the 7-game winning streak, he's a 177 out of 254. He's thrown for almost 2,500 yards, 2475. He's got 26 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in a 7-game winning streak, which is also the 5th longest winning streak in college football. The receivers, last year they got one guy with 825, one guy with 765, one guy with 500, one guy with 370. It's a great offensive package. Defensively, their defensive coordinator, Coach Holt, goes back to days at Southern Cal as defensive coordinator Pete Carroll. Very aggressive schematically, very sound, multiple coverage looks. Like Nate says, I mean, you really got to be ready to adjust because you can plan and game plan all you want, but his package has the ability to come from different places, play multiple coverages, kick the front to your tendencies, so it'll be a great challenge. Looking forward to playing them at 4 o'clock. Need a good week of work. They've had 9 days of prep. They played 2 games on Thursday. They've been on national TV twice Thursday nights. They'll be playing here at 4 o'clock, and a very, very good football team and a great challenge for our guys. And we need to have our best week. Keep moving forward. Got a lot to build on, and we've got a lot of things we can improve on. Questions?
Jordan leads the Big Ten in rushing after 2 weeks. What has made him have such a good start? What makes him a special player?
One, now he's not a rookie showing up. So he was 7th in the country last year. So he was a quality player. And you can say, well, he's not playing against as stiff a competition. Well, they did play some SEC teams, number 1. And number 2, well, the blocking's comparable. I mean, there's comparable. And if you look in college ball, look at those scores and differences. Now, there's not, with player development and with social media and all the you're better than you are attitudes that kids can embrace quickly in college football, there's a lot of close football games. So he's played good football. So he comes in as a veteran. He's a big back for sure, but he's got really nice feet, really good balance, feet in a hole. As fast as Tevin was, and Adrian Peterson was the same way. Sometimes that speed is a home run speed, but sometimes they're so fast they actually miss some cuts. And Jordan's got just nice pace. I don't know what Buck would say, but Coach Walker used to always say, you just pace through the mesh. Let me get you from A to B, and then God gave you to get going on after that. What are you laughing for back there, Fish? Always got the little Buck love out there, don't it? Huh? Always got to acknowledge Coach Buck up here, right? He's caddy quartered in, zeroed in, right? Got a little running back love, right? Were you a pace through the mesh guy? Pace through the mesh. And some guys are fast, and it's their instincts. But Jordan's a big guy. He's got nice feel, and he really has great quickness and feet for a big guy. He's not a lumbering dude. I mean, he's a big dude that's got a little finesse. He catches it well. His pass protection's getting better. So he's a good back, and I'm telling you something, Coach McCullough does a great job coaching. That ain't no accident now. He was a great player. But look at what he's got going on. Stephen Houston wasn't at camp. We got another guy, I think he's starting tonight, right? And this cat's pretty good, and you can see how Divine's coming along. I mean, we recruit the guys we like, and he's getting well coached, and he's getting developed, and Coach Hill's guys, and that line's good. I mean, at the same time, it's easy to stop the run. There were many opportunities Nate had the other day to still make some pass opportunities in our package the way we do things, where he's got choices, and like as well as Jordan ran it, like to see Nate take advantage and continue to stretch it and space it and use all the components. So, but Jordan's really good. He's a good quality player.
About how well Marcus Oliver has played. With T. Gray coming back this week, what's the dynamic there with those guys? Will they both be on the field at the same time? Yeah, because Marcus can't play to Mike, but T.J. Simmons is playing good, and we didn't recognize him because he's had a couple plays where I wanted to be. I mean, their linebackers, Coach Inch wanted T.J. to have a winning great last week, and I expected a couple more things, and a couple things I wanted. I'm holding him to a higher standard because he's playing good. So you need those guys. You need them all. I really thought, for what it's worth, I mean, the injury to Marcus Oliver last year was no different than the injury to Dan Feeney 2 years ago. It was a bigger injury than you think. That's a quality football player. I know when he came over, his high school coach that I know well, Bob Jacoby, who coached Luke Fickle at DeSales back in the, Coach Jacoby, he's coached forever. He said, this guy is as good as D'Amico Allen was when he played at Hamilton High School. D'Amico was a pretty good player at Michigan State. And he was forced to me because we weren't sure, because Marcus played running back, what he was. Played some linebacker. And shoot, he walks in as a freshman. He's good. That injury last year was huge. It'll be a blessing moving forward because now he's a year older. But Marcus is a good player. TJ's a good player. That's why we moved Gooch. You got T. Gray back in the mix, who maybe is the best of all of them.
And well, it's no different than you got Jordan and Divine, or last year it was 2 years ago it was Steven and with Tevin, and then Tevin and D'Angelo. You need a couple guys. It's great competition, but you need guys to play. It's also going to help special teams getting him back.
For the defense to bounce back after 47 points in week 1, to just limit some big plays and just put together especially a solid second half.
Well, we gave up some, but we did say before the game, specifically, matter of fact, Coach Shelby we were just laughing about it with Keck there. I said before the game, I said, you got some young corners that are going to test them, and when one of those guys get beat, don't snap on him, because just know it's going to happen. He needs to learn how to play, and he'll get him the next time. And he goes, and he looked at me when the guy had me, hey, calm him down and just go coach him here. Calm down. And that's part of growing up. It's Nate is a freshman quarterback, and now you learn and grow. So it was nice to see those guys make some just adjustments, and to me, the attitude of how I think we need to play defense. And I could care less what some calls are. I just, we've kind of had that attitude offensively. It's never been embraced, and I really challenged our coaches last week, not schematically, but I want to see our defense playing the game in an aggressive, positive style, not a reactionary mode. You got to, quote unquote, react to things. It's called trained reaction, but I want our kids knowing what they're doing. So if you need to simplify. If it's too complicated, don't do it. But the more we can just get lined up and not be vanilla, but just get lined up and be aggressive, I think good things will happen. And to me, that was good to see. I'm not surprised to see it. And I think it's something to build on, because I don't think it's close to what it can be, Ken. So we want to keep, we got a long way to go. And they're going to get a phenomenal challenge from a great group of receivers, tremendous quarterback. They're going to get a big test this week, and you're going to get a bunch more as we move into Wake Forest and the Big Ten play as we move forward.
You talked about playing aggressive. You talked about how on Saturday you want a team that produces more turnovers. It's kind of a basic question, but how much, when you, I guess, get the turnovers, the sacks, how much does aggression feed itself? Does a team maybe need to see that kind of success in terms of getting actual sacks, getting turnovers, to maybe stay aggressive, as opposed to feeling like this isn't working and starting to play back a little bit?
Well, and we told them that, and I think I'm going the direction with your question. We told them that being aggressive was not the solution. It was a part of the equation, but it wasn't the total solution. That we still need to communicate. We still needed to adjust. We still need to come over and clean some things up. That just being reckless. I always talk all the time. I think one of the things in the world that probably puts as much energy into anything I've ever seen is the dog that chases the car. I haven't seen one catch one yet, but I've seen some dogs really put a lot of energy in chasing cars, and that's wasted energy. So just because we're going hard doesn't mean we're going to be. It gives us a chance to be better, but that's not the part of it. So we did talk about we want to be aggressive, but we didn't say that was going to be the key. That was a part of how we needed to play. We still needed to communicate loudly. We still need to get calls and get lined up. We needed to come over and correct errors, and so we wanted to be aggressive, and we didn't think we were in the first game. But we didn't think that would be the reason why we were better. That would be a part of the reason, Zach. If that makes sense.
Who's been the last couple weeks?
He's has an injury, hasn't been able to practice. Just been out. He was doing a little bit more Sunday nights. But again, he's missed here about 4 weeks plus. So it might be a while to get him back. So in playing as a freshman, if you miss enough, not that we're going to redshirt, it could be a redshirt deal if he gets into where you don't like that, but that happened to Dawson Fletcher, who then last year was redshirted, and now he's a fourth-year junior. I think we actually missed that. Did we get that corrected in the deal? Because he was listed as a senior. He's actually a fourth-year junior. So he's just had a thing that's held him out a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. It's not major, but he's not been able to practice yet either. Though when I say major, it's not he hadn't had surgery or anything. He just hadn't been able to go.
And kind of where's Chase?
I think he's getting close, and again, we're playing without him and playing well. Those young guys are well and very talented, but he was doing, again, more running, and again, it'd be interesting to see. I think he's played enough and smart enough. It's kind of like Fant. Last week, Fant didn't practice, and we thought in the right role we could use him. He was cleared to play. My comment was I wouldn't start him. He's not practiced. If you really need him, go to him. And in time, we went to Fant. I think it'll be interesting to see where Chase is, how much work he can do, and if he's cleared, he's played enough, he probably can play if needed. And we'll trust Coach Norton and Coach Joseph to decide how they use that, and we'll see if he can get going. We thought he'd have a chance going into this week, but we don't know yet. And not to say it's a game time decision, just, we'll see if he's available. We thought he could be. We don't know yet.
After Jamil's interception, Cameron's caught a pretty tense moment on the sideline with you and Coach Inge.
Yeah, we started celebrating too much and jumping up and down and on me. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to the next play. Like a week ago, you can ask Nate, hey, nice touchdown, Hail Mary plays, what you got? Hey, they're going to score and go for 2. You ask Coach Joseph. Hey, they're going to score and go for 2. Get it ready right now. So I'm like, hey, we scored. That's great. We got 3 minutes of football to play. And so when we pinned them down, I click over to Coach McCullough. Coach McCullough, onside after safety. It's on the 5. I'm thinking we're going to sack him. Okay, get your onside team ready, because now it's a 16-point game. Well, that still ain't over. That's a touchdown 2, onside kick, touchdown 2. A lot of crazy stuff. I'm just moving on. And my coaches know that. And we've had it before. I'm like, hey, coach, we have great cheerleaders. Our band's awesome. And our fans can cheer. We got to coach. And get into coach mode. That's all it was. It wasn't intense. It was just coaching. It was coaching. This team is a good team, and they need to be coached right, because if they do, and that was all our thing was last week, our